Boom, this is Benjai and this is my OMG interview. Well, new music, Actually, I'm doing some stuff. I'm focusing on some young writers, guys who've been over the years been asking me to sing some of the stuff that they've written. So I decided this year, I want to focus on not only myself but on other talented guys from Trimbago who have other talents besides singing. Well, to be honest, I like all that,
It's just for everybody to get it.
Yeah, I don't really have favorites until after like years pass. Then you look back at seasons. I don't rate song by the year in which you release a song. I rate a song after years pass. When I look back at the seasons gone, I just say, hey, this year in 2000 and so I had real fun, and this year I had fun, And then that's when I do all the calculations to which song or which season is. So it's only time alone tell for everything actually. Well, I know it's like what, like
I don't know. Everywhere I was looking, Benjai was around.
Well, last year wasn't the only year. That kind of vibes predate last year. You know what I mean? We're going back from the first year when I bust in 2002. I remember when I was rolling with Benjai, and the first time I actually say on stage, it was in Jenny's car park on Jenny's Boulevard. It was a fetch used to do every year. At the time, all of us was green, all of us young, and I didn't know that would have become a trademark, And I remember a guy tell me, he said, boy, you have a unique song, you should capitalize on that, You have nobody else can song like you, He said, everybody else, you could have some young boy, could come up and try to. So, every year to me is a blessed year, How the fans or how the public see it is up to them. So I don't really look at it as if it's a hit year. So last year to me, and this year, and the year before, and all is the same. It's just about doing what I do and what I love to do, Yeah, well, it's something over the years, It's just something I used to always fool around with and play around with. That's just me, It's a vibe, It just kicks, I have some friends of mine who don't live Trinidad no more, who live US, and we used to have fun and get kicks off how I used to song back then, Imagine our song now. So imagine when I was 19, 18, it was a little annoying to some people, but I perfect me, Here's how it come now. Where life is concerned, you have to focus on you. And if you pay attention to the history of yourself, you can see when good things or bad things will repeat itself. Because nothing is new under the sun, And staying focused is only when, rewards could be earned, That's why that's the philosophy I give my kids. My son who's 17, my daughter who's 20, I give them that, because that is what I learned over the years, hard work. People say hard work is bring good rewards. Yeah, but hard work is hard work, No matter what you do, people doing wrong and doing hard work doing wrong. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and whatever you do, once you see your focus and you know what you're doing, then you will get the reward you're seeking for. I am not named because I am in tune with the all. And when I say the all, the word all in the English term, we will use it as the word all. But really and truly, the word all means everything. But when I mean everything, I mean nothing. Something. You catch what I'm saying? Because everything. Everything means nothing too. Because everything. It includes nothing. Because nothing is something. That's the height of it. So Benjai is just me. I'm just part of the all. I'm one with the all is one with me. I try to exist with positive vibes, with positive energy. I try to keep that around me, That's just my whole energy and my whole vibes. I try to keep it real. I don't try to follow because I'm not a follower. It was never in my genetics. It was never in my genealogy to follow. I was always a unique person from youth till now. So I always keep that way. Best times for me was the Godfather's Asylum times. I tell everybody, nothing can replace that, That was the times where every artist who is artist right now, I could tell all if I could just switch with all just for like, if we had the power just to switch for a moment, just cacao. I could just let them experience the Godfather's Asylum. You know, I mean, we dominate the circuit from 2003 come up to some years well. So Benjai sing Blaze the Fire, light yourself on stage. That was the energy we was pushing for the head of the Asylum to do that. You know what I mean? So I could say in the Asylum days was the days when I had the most fun. And the worst at times was seeing, you know, good people fall, you know, good people die before time, you know, like Blazer, like Devon Matthews, you know, certain artists, you know, the icons, people die before time, our friends, you know. You know, I mean, to see a mother or father pass after age is expected because from your born, you're dying, you know. So to see, you know, other guys who was around me growing up that never get to share any joy and never get to take, you know, only kabastic, you know, certain things that was sad, you know, but you know, it even sad, it more sadder. I don't even know if that word exists, but I will say it in the interview. It's more sadder when you know to yourself, you gotta dust that off to stay focused, to move on. That is the sadness in it. Not the actual event, because that is the being, the most high, the creator create that. The energy is happening, that's how it is. But it's to strengthen yourself to know, you know what, it happened, I had to move on. That is the sad. You know, everything, all the sad things will happen, you know. When I think about sad things, even the breakup of the Asylum, when I realized I was to make this move, I knew at that time that move I made would have just been a spiral down effect of the Asylum breaking up. I knew that. You know what I mean? But I realized it was necessary for my growth. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes, as my neighbor Gabriel and I just say, sometimes the bitter is the healing. Nobody don't want to drink something when it's real bitter, you know, but it is the healing. So sometimes, you know, they have to take the bitter to get the sweet. You know, I went to Rosary Boys in the 80s. You know what I mean? Ziggy Rankin and I was in the same class growing up from in first year come up. I never even know Ziggy could sing. I know Ziggy as Corey Francis. You understand? I know Ziggy know me singing from since standard 1. The first time I put a mic in my hand, I won the competition in school. And at that time, you know, being young, it was the PNM, it was NJAC and all that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Anytime we started scouting for talent, Mastana Bahar, I pull up on YouTube and show my son that my son's laughing. And the man boy, pick up on! My son's laughing, I say, you know, that is how it was back then, you know? We was entertained and everything, you know? But childhood for me, big respect to my cousin Ian Wason, Keith Wason, Junior Wason, my aunt Jean Wason. My childhood was entertaining. You know, when I go and spend the weekend with my cousins, on the weekend, on a Sunday night or a Saturday night, we go entertain my aunt, we go put on a show, you know, we go put on some music and we go sing, you know, and do everything, and she will come out and play harmonica or whatever. So my childhood was fun. I never had no, I know some people go say my childhood was hard and things. My childhood was fun. I love my peers and I grew up with my peers and I had fun growing up. The biggest breakthrough for me actually was before 2002, was some years before, was actually in 1996 when a guy by the name of, well, his sobriquet is Itel D from Arima. Right, he's blind now, so I had to go and check him. Yeah, Itel live in New York, yeah. Yeah, Itel came back from the US now, he's blind now. Right, so but he's the guy who discovered myself, Benjai, Scar, Treason, Nadia Batson. She used to sing with a group called Silhouette, Lanky Lecture, Sparkleton. A whole lot of us came out under Itel. He's the guy who discovered us. Itel was the guy. My breakthrough was at that time. That's when I met Benjai, Ian Alvarez. That's when I met Scars. You know, that when I met Ninja, and I didn't meet Ninja that time. I met Ninja Cat, right? I met a whole lot of new artists from the East, But that was my breakthrough because we got a chance to record. And that was the first time I ever got to record in a studio. It was, the studio at that time was down in the west. I'm trying to remember, oh gosh, but I'm trying to remember the name of the studio, but I can't remember right now. But Darryl Braxton was the producer. And I recorded a song on Wax, actually, on Wax LP. Right? It was all of us. Benjai had a song called Preaching War. I had a song called Listen to Me Slang, you know. Everybody, that was my break, you know. And that time the country was more focused on the Kiskili Caravan. You know, we knew the talent that we had, and that was my break. Well, being calm, you know, from 2002, the artist then to the artist now, you know, we ain't talking about dress code, we're talking about personality. You know, I'm totally different. You know, back then I was real hasty. I was a guy, the first thing comes to my mind, I see what I say, prep, prep, prep. Now, you know, I think, sort out things, you know. It's all about right knowledge, you know, higher reasoning. As a man that's real, read a lot. Well, I used to always read a lot, but now, because of the information and the amount of knowledge that I have retained within me, now makes me a wiser than my peer. You know what I'm saying? Once you know more than the four men next to you, technically you are God amongst them. Because your hands are saying you're more wiser than them. So I have a lot of knowledge within myself in a lot of things. So now, I say, you know, well, the Benjai now is not the Benjai then. You know, so I could tell everybody my lesson in life to the youths and them, you know what I mean? As my teacher in school used to say, I used to laugh when he used to say it, so I would say the same words. He used to say, think before you ink, or you're going to end up in this stink. You know what I mean? And over the years and the past, I used to laugh, you know. And now, you know, I can tell people, you know, you need to think about a lot of things, not even about things that happen to you, but life in general. You know, if you pay attention, we'll have questions. Once you have anything that you could question, once it is questionable, and you can ask a question, ask it, because you have an answer to it. Some things we all might be frightened to ask questions too, because some of us might not want to hear the answer. Or some of us, our egos and run away, so we just feel it's that answer we're gonna get. But you know, I learn a lot through that. So my advice towards people is, you know, just be patient in life and take life one step at a time. Don't watch what our next man have and lost for it. Okay, don't know how hard our next man work for it. You know what I mean? And everybody, no matter where you want to obtain in life, you gotta pray in that hard work. You know what I mean? So it's about that for me. Well, my legacy already speaks for itself, you know. I ain't there yet, but my music already speaking for itself. You know, I go places and stand up in the crowd, and the people don't know I'm there. The promoter don't even know I'm there. But the promoter didn't even know I was in the country. You know, I did that in Europe. I went to certain places in Europe and certain festivals and stuff, and stand up and saw my song play. And that was a true feeling. To actually know that the only person that know you there is the people who come with you. We just did. The promoter didn't know the DJ, nobody know it there. So it's original love or hate according to how it is. You know what I mean? That kind of vibes. I watch certain music play, and I watch they play certain songs, and I watch how the crowd react, and I realize, you know what? It's an honor to sing music. Because when this flesh gone, my vocals, my music will be etched in time. Even long before I gone, when a DJ strike up a song or play a Benjai song, at that point in time, I return again. It's just in the frequency zone, I will return. But I'll be around you again. You know, it's all about energies and it's all about understanding that now. So it's an honor to be a singer. That is the best way to answer that, because, you know, my brain is my brain. Nobody don't know what's going on in my brain. You know, there's no two of nobody. You know, from a woman and a man have a child, that child is a hybrid of two of them. And that is how it is. There's no two, even if they have twins. The twins is not even identical by 100%. They might be identical twins, but yet still there's something to separate both of them. That's how it is. You know, so the misconception of me is whatever people think it in their mind, because at the end of the day, this is show business. You know what I mean? Everybody will love artists. Some artists they love, but some artists that they ain't feeling. Me, I love all artists. You know what I mean? Even it have times, it have certain artists who may come up cocky. That is ego. That is just personality. That is part of being art. Every artist have different personality. Everybody can't be likable. Everybody wouldn't say the things that people like them to say. You know, I like to listen to the music, because that's what they're doing. It's about being musical. The personality part of it is personal. You know what I mean? So the misconception of me is whatever people think of me. If a person real and a person down to earth, then they gonna love me, because they will realize what I'm about. You know, but if a person is about, you know, concealing themselves and whatever, and like a shoo or like to get their own belief of other people, then they wouldn't really have the original conception of me, because they will never see the true me. Because wherever they see in public is wherever I decide to put there. You know, it's had 1 year we sing Amnesty and sing about peace, and how you actually a strip on stage. You know what I mean? The same year we sing with Amnesty, all of us was in court for Zen fracas. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's whatever people think in their mind, you know. But I always say, you know, whatever come out my mouth, and you know, pretty day, that is important. Well, you know, we talk everything, we touch everything, you know. It's not only one thing I know, I always like to say, you know, to all the artists who are out there, we need to look out for each other. We need to come together and find a way to form a union amongst ourselves, you know, so that the government and Trinidad and Tobago know that without us, it can't have no carnival. But I'm talking about everybody. When I talk about artists, I'm talking about soca artists, I'm talking about pan arrangers, steel pan owners, members, calypsonians, tents, everybody. Steel pan can't play itself. Calypso can't sing itself. Soca can't record itself, can't sing itself. When you talk about the culture of Trinidad and Tobago, we're talking about all of us who make up this puzzle. Other countries in the Caribbean Trinidad and Tobago is the head of CARICOM. Other countries who's not the head of CARICOM, who artists who don't even have the amount of years of servitude as some of us who cross 12, 15 years. Some, you know, other countries who have artists who haven't even given them amount of years of servitude, have given the artists ambassador visas and passports and stuff to travel, because they know they're bringing in revenue for carnival. Tourists not coming in to pay taxes. Tourists not coming in to drink a Caribbean. Tourists is coming in to drink a Caribbean while listening to a Benjai, or while listening to a Marshall or a Kess or a Cohen Dubois, or who are, you know, someone say we need, as artists, come together. You know, we need to put all egos aside. I need to come together and realize that if we don't do this, right, because of what's going on with the economy, you know, so we're going to get lost in it. Because I was injured in Guyana, and to know that I come back and everything have to come from my pocket. To see that Black Stalin got a stroke and is still right now going through his thing from his pocket. To see that Mighty Sparrow got a stroke and he's going through what he's going. These are the people that have the competition, have the country, have everything where it is right now. We should not be in Soca Monarch bringing in and spending US money to bring in actors and things from America to come and judge our competition when we have icons from here who put in all these years of servitude to make it where it is. If Sparrow didn't sing Slavery, then who would have sung the song after? We call him Sing Progress. No, that is Mr. No, that is Mr. King Father. That is King Austin. It's King Austin, right? Who sing Progress, right? What his songs? The culture didn't just wake up yesterday. Steel Pando played itself. You know what I mean? We artists need to come together. We need to form this body. That is my only cry amongst we artists. We need to form this body, a union, where you could only be a part of this after a certain amount of time of servitude. And we're not talking about because you're singing and recording in our studio 10 years now. No, we're talking about servitude, right? Where people know who you are. Where we're talking about people know who you are, where your revenue is where our next man taking his hard-earned money and put together a party to pay you. That's when you know you're being paid for your job. Servitude, we're talking about a lot of us, Destra fall through our stage, got Everything she's doing right now is medical from strictly her. You know what I mean? We have a ministry of culture. The culture don't do itself. The culture can't culture itself. When tourists come here, I mean, if all the artists take all their fans and put them together, it sink in Trinidad. The government of Trinidad and Tobago, sometimes they're not perfect. I mean, the government of Trinidad and Tobago need a little wake up sometimes. We, the artists of Trinidad and Tobago, I believe we could shake up the country. On one hand, we say, you know what? We need more local music playing on the radio. On the next hand, the DJs, I'm saying, they need more local music to play. Now we getting them it, and they're still in play. So what that means? It means that we as people of Trinidad and Tobago need to understand the problem is not the system, the problem is us. You know what I mean? It's we who need to come together.
And start to like ourselves.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Because listen, when I go these other foreign countries, imagine I sang Pidong herself in Trinidad, and they say, you know, as I say, I don't wanna bash nobody, but like Charles Marshall and certain guys who went and blacks, my good friend, you know, who take it personal to go on the radio and say certain things about my songs and things. And I laugh when I hear it, and people know, other fans, you know, the thing about it is that I didn't hear it live. There's other fans now who recorded, and then they recorded them and sent it to me, sent it via voice note on WhatsApp. And when I watch how fans can do that, that is to show artists how much fans are paying attention. One day, we can't be no Solomon or gone different. You can't ride with me on a Monday, drink with me on a Tuesday, record me on a Wednesday, mash up a dance on a Thursday. We catch a case on a Friday, drink champagne on the Saturday, then you hit me on a Sunday. Yeah, Solomon a gone day. We don't know Solomon a gone difference. We have to be real artists who really patriotic, not the ones who saying, yeah, we patriotic, but when you look in the slips, you see they have green card. If a man say he patriotic, then you can't no green card. If you green card, then you're patriotic by love. Yeah, we understand you really love Trinidad and Tobago. Just like the tourists who coming in. Them love Trinidad and Tobago, that's why they returning. But what about the true people who know that here we go? When the time gets hard, we can't really run away. We have to stay here and job it out. You understand? We need to pay attention, artists, to these things. And we need to come together. That is what I think we need to focus on, because no matter the recession, we still have big concerts coming up, weekends and things, big concerts promoting and stuff coming in like normal, shows still popping up, roulette machines and bars still thinking, play machines still popping. You understand? So people trying to be good. The problem is not the system, the problem is us. We need to come together. If everybody fed up with what the government say, the whole of Trinidad can say, you know what? Rah. You see, like what the customer, I'm not promoting no bad thing, like what the customer officers them did on the airport. Yeah, they really shake up the airport, but they did, you know, they really set back people, you know, what about the people who was in wheelchair and ill and stuff like that. Yes, but the message was heard though. What they did, you understand, shake up the authorities and let them know, pay attention. That's what Trinidad and Tobago needs to do. If we fed up a crime, let we come together and solve crime. Don't wait until your son or your grandson or somebody is a victim of it, and then you want to put on your foot. If you're fed up with the system as it is with the fraud, the police fraud and thing, then take we camera phone, let we don't go on social media and pop up when people fighting. Let we go on social media and pop up when police doing crime. Let we go up on, that's what we have to do. Let me take the cameras and film these things. We're going up on social media and looking to discredit the country and discrediting our own personalities. And the African brothers, we just killing ourselves, just doing what? Just following the wrong thing. We need to pay attention to all the other people in the world and understand here what's going on. We just being fools. And being fooled by everything. So it's a lot of things that we need to do in this country. We need to come together as a people and realize this thing. Trinidad and Tobago was forged from the love of liberty. You understand? Like the first set of lines. So we have to start from that. We have to forge back the love. You understand? Every creed and race find an equal place. You know, we say that straight here. That's why you see people can't be coming into Trinidad to have fun in Trinidad and seeing wars, and man talking about Rasta City, and man talking about Muslim, and man talking about Gaza and Gully. We don't have that here because every creed and race find an equal place. People must say, yo, there's one place they could go in the world in the midst of all the BS that's going on in the world and have fun with Trinidad and Tobago. These are the things, the messages we have to be singing and we have to be putting out. You know, every year when I hear artists and them singing songs about love and girls and things, I tell myself, yo, let me sing about things to make people realize, yo, we need to address these things. We are the media of the country. The media of the country is us. the entertainers who jumping on a plane every day and going to Europe and going to America and things. We are the media. Marshall Montano fans can sing Trinidad and Tobago. Benjai Gallon fans can sing the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. What the fan base we have? We are, and we will always be the media of Trinidad and Tobago. The public follow fashion as the public. The word public is public. The word public don't mean private. Public is public. You understand? That's why in a show it have for public entrance, it have VIP. We need to pay attention to the things we send to people. The radio, the DJs and them on the radio, come on. On one side, they're saying we need to promote one thing. I sing a song, Pidong, she said they ain't play it. Certain songs they go edit it and rap. And they will go and they will edit certain songs, dancehall songs, and hip-hop songs, where you know when you play the original is profanities, describing all kind of different ways and things that we know is illegal, that we do what we're trying to follow, but they coming through the media, the radio. So the problem is not that. The problem is we who filter them things through we. So there's a lot of things we could speak about. A lot of things I can say. So the conception of me is whatever people think it is. Them the things that be going through my mind, and I will always remain 100% Jai. I love you. Everybody who locked on, thank you very much for all the support. I'm telling that, Simmy. I would think we'll be Funky Monkey in San Fernando. I am using obscene language on stage. It wasn't intentional. The first time. I stood down to get the guy attention and I lose my cool. And I'm shouting out some profanities to him to pour on the mic, pour on the effing mic, that kind of way. And at that time, that is when the mic, come on. That is when actually my manager at the time was playing for me the music and the mic come on. When the mic come on now, when the music is low down, it automatically made the mic work somehow. So you hear that profanity thing, and at that point in time, I should have used that time to apologize. But the whole crowd go cool. At that time, that was the year when I sang Wine to the Side and Trini. And it happened to me when I sing Wine to the Side. So the next song was Trini, which was the big song. And that's the first time performing the song for 2010, and that really was for 2011 Carnival. So we're talking about a pre-Carnival fete in December. So I was such in my ego and such in my thing, but I just, continued the performance as if, well, alright, we're gonna mash up this place. And at that time, the police come towards the stage. But when I see the police coming towards the stage in my mind, that's when I realized at them couple of seconds I had, I should have apologized. I should have said no low. I have to apologize to everybody. That wasn't intentional. And I always tell myself that was something I should have done. Thank you everybody for viewing OMG. I don't know. OMG is for me, Benjai. I don't know. I was here live. I don't know. It's been fun. Look out for the new stuff. Anybody want to book me, you can catch me. Bookings is 350-2167. You could hit me up on Instagram. Rodney LeBlanc _Benjai, as in Rodney RODNEY LeBlanc LEBLANC _Benjai. You don't know, we keep it swanky, keep it jigging. Thank you very much, and I'm telling that I'm swanky now. They say Benjai not doing it again. I tell them that boom. I'm telling that it's plaguing the nation. Violence through gang relation. Make simple man and woman live their life in fusion. It have no discrimination. Even I was a victim. I can't take it no more. That was the last straw. I want my license to rule. Blessed. Thank you very much.